What are you doing, Okolan? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end.
Careful! He's not himself!
Okotlan!
Hey! Shafu! He thinks we're Abyss monsters? Hey, it's okay! We're not the bad guys!
Come on! Wretched Abyss! Get out of my...
Mom, Dad, Archon.
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Wretched monsters. Give me my family back!
Look, Okolan! That's your father! He's standing right in front of you!
Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you alright, sir?
Please, don't hurt my son. He's just trying to protect his home.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically
Okotlan.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice! It's...
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option.
the draft of lucidity?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the Abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic... This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precise. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst! It's either your end or mine!
Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Monsters! What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here? My head hurts. I just had the strangest dream. I dreamt the Abyss took over the tribe.
It's all right, my boy. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son.
For...
I owe you more than words can say. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that duty. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss.
That's right. When my platoon arrived in Natland 500 years ago. Like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land, and though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their... We fought side by side to the very... They remember who I used to be. That name carries...
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is...
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. He passed away shortly after the drought was complete. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuit. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may...
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? I'm starting to think we should be more careful around you.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to... All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace. And that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have...
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Wait, like anything? Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika's death can clear the debt. Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is... If that explanation is too difficult to understand, The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist. But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable. So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
did something happen?
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to delay, so let us end our conversation for now. Best of luck to you all.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long? Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's here!
Reunited at last. Did you miss? I brought candy and cookies to share.
Of course we missed you! Ooh, you brought Source crackers?
Just in time, Traveler.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway,
To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to show up. A third of this amount is more than enough. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the formation of your ancient name. Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Chronicle, right? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
Chaska showing up late for something? That's a first.
I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stay. Your words will be recorded and become.
Nope.
All right, then to start things off.
Hold on. Remember what we discussed?
Oh, right, I almost forgot. Traveler, Paimon, you can't be here for this part.
Huh? But why? We want to hear what everyone has to say.
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy in those situations.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have a... So basically you want us to leave the...
Oh, don't worry.
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see Sweet Lolly's reaction? But staying out here is just Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, you're right. If only...
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing.
But Paimon's not from...
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a traveler's... sorry, Traveler. I just... Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information.
Well, we've made the 6th name.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can... And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient...